What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Packers Everywhere podcast. And today is the end of day 3 of the draft. We're going to be talking about new Green Bay Packers corner, Brandon Cisse. Now, I never made a mock draft, but I actually prepared for one. I got super busy and didn't end up recording one. But I do actually have some notes that I made before the draft to share on Brandon Cisse. They're actually pretty short and sweet when it comes to this guy. I didn't have a lot to say about him. However, let's start with the obvious. He's 6 foot, 189, and as of right now, he's only 20.8 years old, so he'll be about 21 years old next year. That is a really, really young prospect. He's got an extra year over most of his competition to develop, so I think that'll play to his advantage a lot in the NFL because a lot of his flaws can be worked out through an extra year of development, and he's one of those guys that has the physical tools to be an elite shutdown corner in the NFL. Now, a quick look at my notes here. I said he was solid man coverage skills. I think that's not putting it adequately. I think he has elite man coverage skills. His eyes could use some work, and the NFL Network's official scouting report said the exact same thing. He does get his face crossed in man coverage a little bit, and he is intelligent, but he is not the biggest finisher, but he is a willing tackler. I think he needs to drive his feet, and obviously a lot of defensive backs this applies to as well. A lot of defensive backs need to work on driving their feet through contact. Because at the next level, they're not the biggest, baddest athletes on the field. In the NFL, guys like Derrick Henry exist, and if you just throw your weight at a guy like Derrick Henry, he is going to put you on his highlight tape. So it's very important that some of these smaller DBs, or just smaller players, which are usually DBs, learn to drive their feet through contact, because if they don't, they are going to be put on Derrick Henry's highlight tape. Compare this to the NFL Network's official scouting report. They said teams will be willing to take a chance on Cisse's explosive athleticism and upside, which I agree. He's extremely athletic, very, very fast. I think he ran a 4.40 or something. We'll look at his combine stats in a bit. Refinement runway might be needed to smooth some of the rougher edges, which I completely agree with. He is a raw prospect, but that is where that extra year of development that he has still the right to, I guess. He's only 21 going into the NFL. He's going to get that extra year of development in the NFL. So don't expect him to come in and be Jaire Alexander. Even if he has the traits to be Jaire Alexander, it may take him a year and a half, 2 years to become the best version of himself in the NFL. Also say he's a scheme versatile in coverage and is an A-rated run supporter, which I slightly disagree with, but I maybe I'm being overly critical. I think all defensive backs are maybe a B-tier run supporter because none of them drive their feet through contact, except for the slot guys and some safeties. However, I agree he's extremely scheme versatile. It doesn't matter if you line him up in man coverage, zone coverage. I watched whatever film I could find on him. He's versatile in all of those. So it doesn't matter if you want him to cover, be a cut and carry corner in Tampa 2, or if you want him to be a man-to-man, cover zero type of look, and just man up with Justin Jefferson while we send 7 guys at their quarterback. Do everything, and that's what I like about this kid. I think he's going to be an excellent player for us. Being said, let's take a look at his combine stats so we can truly appreciate his raw athleticism. In 2025, he started all 12 games, which is good. We like guys that are healthy. He had 27 tackles, 1.5 TFLs, an interception, 5 pass breakups, and a forced fumble. So pretty average statistics. However, those are definitely good enough. All right, so I had a little trouble finding his combine 40 time, and that's because he ran the 40 at the combine. But at his pro day, 4.1, which I was right. That's damn near 4.4 flat speed. That's really fucking fast. I don't care how you chop it up. That is a fast kid right there. And his athletic profile earned him an athletic score of 9.24 out of 10. Yeah, his vertical jump was 41 inches. His broad jump was 10 feet, 11 inches. All in all, this is a really good pick for the Green Bay Packers. An excellent addition to the secondary, especially with guys like St. Juste and Valentine and Nixon. You know, it takes some pressure, especially I hope I don't ever have to see Keyshawn Nixon. And I know a lot of you will agree that you guys are tired of seeing Keyshawn Nixon as the corner one. which hopefully if this guy can develop and be that guy for Green Bay, we will never have to see, because I think our corner room, there's a lot of CB2s in that room and CB3s, guys that can cover wide receiver 2s and 3s, but not guys that can take away a guy like Justin Jefferson. And I think with guys like Xavier McKinney and Evan Williams in the secondary, as well as Javon Bullard playing slot, I think that this actually could be one of the best secondaries in the NFL in years to come. If we can develop some of these players, if a guy like St. Juste can come be one of the better players, one of the better additions of the offseason, I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of excitement. All that being said, stay tuned for my Green Bay Packers, the full draft review. These videos should be out pretty close to each other. However, this one should be out hopefully tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I think this will be a shorter type of video, just briefly debriefing what I think about this kid. I'm really excited that we took him in the second round. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. So peace out.